My guest today is our Maestro conducting Don Giovanni, Daniele Callegari. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you very
I'm
much.
so excited to see you back
Me
after
too.
Aida.
Me too.
A couple of seasons ago, you conducted a beautiful performance of Aida.
It was a very, very nice production, I remember.
Yeah, it was
lovely.
Yeah,
It was,
and now completely different.
another world.
Mozart.
Another world.
Don Giovanni.
For me, especially, it's another world because
And it's a little new for you.
it is.
So, you've known about this for 2 years, 3 years, the contract
Yeah.
for this, so you've been studying it.
This happened while I was conducting Così fan tutte in Copenhagen.
Oh,
And the ex-artist director came to me in the dressing room and said, probably you are perfect for Don Giovanni. And I was surprised because, this is not my usual repertoire.
yeah.
And I said, are you sure? Are you convinced? And he said me, no, I give you a wonderful cast, and okay, I said, we tried this challenge. And now I'm here. And you have to know that before the last July, I did the in concert form,
Right,
Don
the
Giovanni
concert
in
Don
Italy,
Giovanni.
exactly. So it's a debut, but not a really
Right,
debut.
right.
But that's much better for me.
Well,
because-
but it's good to have the opportunity to conduct it once, concert form,
Yeah,
before you go into a staging of it, because
Yeah.
it is so, not complicated, but it's very active.
Yeah, because first with this experience that I had, I could enter more inside into the music,
Mhm.
And now, of course, during this rehearsal that we have done together, I realize how huge is this title.
It's a big project.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But I'm very lucky because really I have a wonderful cast.
Oh, the cast is...
I'm very proud of this.
Folks, you will see the cast is fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing, and it's unbelievable because I know Ildebrando d'Arcangelo since a long time ago, but we never worked together.
Oh,
It's the first time that we do an opera together.
wonderful.
It's amazing. It's amazing. This
That's
one.
great.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, we have the wonderful San Diego Symphony as our orchestra. You just came from a rehearsal with
Yeah.
them. It must be difficult for an orchestra that's used to playing symphonic repertoire. And then 2 weeks ago they played La Bohème, Puccini.
Yeah.
Then they have to go back to symphonic literature. Then
Yeah.
now Mozart. This constant shift, it must be challenging to get the style
Sure.
right.
This is for sure because it's another way to play. When you are in symphonic form on stage, you are the leader.
Right.
The orchestra is the leader. When they are in the pit, for me they are also the leader, but they don't have the same feeling because the pit covers you, and also this is one problem, which is not a very big problem. The problem is that when you play in the pit, you have to play with your hearing always putting a lot of attention on stage, what's going on stage, because I don't want to say that we have to accompany, but I really wish to find always the right balance because I don't want to cover the voice. So the orchestra has to play in this kind of a way, because when you play in Mahler, Brahms, you have not this kind of problem. You
Right.
don't have singers. You don't.
Yeah. There's no worry about covering anybody.
Exactly. So, and the attitude is different.
Sure.
There are orchestras like Wiener Philharmonic, for instance, that they are principal an opera orchestra,
Right.
and they do more symphonic, but it's the second activity. Normally. But for San Diego Symphony, for instance, is the principal activity is the symphonic repertoire. So, but with Mozart, in a certain way, we are with Don Giovanni. We are close to the symphonic repertoire.
Yeah.
Because the orchestra really has to play in a very transparent way.
Mm-hmm.
Everything must be clean in every details. Your bowing must be perfect. And so.
Yeah. And the balance
The
in the
balance,
orchestra,
yeah,
just in the
and the
orchestra,
balance,
has to
and the
be
balance,
right. Yeah.
You know, now it's a bit complicated because we are rehearsing in the symphonic hall,
Mm-hmm.
and we did one rehearsal in the theater, which has a completely different acoustic.
Very
so
different. Yeah.
it's not easy this first part of our job.
Yeah.
But I think starting from Monday will be we can really definitely enter in the right mood.
In your life as a musician, do you remember the first time you discovered the truth of Mozart? Not discovered Mozart, because we all heard Mozart when we were
Yeah.
children, or we played little pieces by Mozart, but when you first realized the greatness of this composer?
You know, this is a big question for me because I started with another repertoire.
Mhm.
I started to know Mozart very late. I'm 54 and I do my Don Giovanni now.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
first Don Giovanni now. So I started to discover Mozart while I was chief conductor in Antwerp in the Royal Flemish Philharmonic Orchestra, where we did a lot of violin concerto, symphonies, and
The piano concertos.
Piano concerto, of course.
Yeah.
But you know, only in the symphonic repertoire, Sinfonia Concertante, for example.
Beautiful.
But never conducted opera. So, and of course, I had the feeling that Mozart is a genius. So what we can say more? But I decided really late to enter in this new world for me. Maybe because I was scared. I don't know. Maybe because I was thinking that Mozart is really too big for me.
Reverent.
Exactly. You know,
sacred territory.
Exactly. And you know, there are so many confrontations in the world that I said, why is it necessary that I have to do Mozart? There are someone else who can do it better than me. So I had this feeling. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But now I'm very happy. Now I feel very happy. But probably because I have the right condition to prepare this opera.
Yeah.
Because for do this opera especially, you need a real good Don Giovanni.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that we have really one of the top singers.
He's the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't say that because you know,
Fantastic.
but he's really great.
Yeah.
And it's a great opportunity for me to share this the way to make music with the Brandos, you know, because we talk the same language. We can really enter in the same. Don Giovanni is written in Italian, so we can really discover the small things that are written in this wonderful libretto. Yeah.
We spoke a little bit in the Artists' Roundtable, which was just last night, about Lorenzo da Ponte.
Yeah.
And this text is so wonderful. And I remember going to the very first music rehearsal with you, and you were very strict about the words and the singers getting those words, not only getting them right in pronunciation, but the intention,
the meaning, the
yeah.
connection that you have between the words and the music, you know. And I think that is absolutely important to create this chain between the text and the music.
That's why I'm looking forward to Don Giovanni. I really am. I'm gonna, you see thank goodness now, because my Italian is not good enough to understand as it's being sung, but to be able to see in the supertitles and see exactly what's going on and connect that with what I'm hearing coming from the orchestra and coming from the voices.
I hope
and
so.
There's something that happens there that's very mysterious but very powerful.
I hope that you can receive this strong emotion.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for being with us, and
Thank
again,
you too.
looking forward to.
And I'm very happy to be here again in San Diego Opera. Really
Great, thanks.
Thank you.